Ada kelas 10. Okay. Assalamualaikum and very good morning to everyone. Okay, for today's session, we will discuss past semesters questions on warrants. Yeah. So I have given to you the questions on warrants just now through WhatsApp, and the questions is a mix of warrants and mutual fund questions. So some of the questions on mutual fund we have discussed before, so we will skip that part. The questions that we have discussed we will skip, and we go direct to questions on warrants. Yeah. Okay. Let's start our session with question number 2. Question number 1 is on mutual fund. Question number 1 is on mutual fund. So we go to question number 2. TA Berhad has 50 million of ordinary shares outstanding, which is currently priced at 5 ringgit each. So we write down the information so that it's easier for you to refer. Question number 2. Number of shares outstanding is equal to 50 million. 50 million. Okay, and which is currently priced at 5 ringgit each. So the market price of the shares is equal to 5 ringgit. 5 ringgit. The company also issues 5 million warrants. Okay, so there are 5 million warrants, each allowing the purchase of 1 share of common stock at a price of 5 ringgit. So as I mentioned yesterday, there must be 3 elements in warrants. One is exercise ratio. Exercise ratio means how many shares that you can buy with 1 warrant. So that is exercise ratio. And then exercise price. I forgot to mention yesterday. Exercise price is also known as strike price. Yeah. So another word of exercise price is strike price, and exercise period is the time period in which you can exercise your warrant. So these 3 elements must be there. So here each warrant allowing the purchase of 1 share of common stock, that means exercise ratio is 1. So let me write down the warrant so that we don't get confused with common stock. So the exercise ratio is equal to 1. Exercise ratio is equal to 1. And each allowing the purchase of 1 share of common stock at a price of 5 ringgit. So exercise price, also known as strike price, is equal to 5 ringgit. And the warrant expires in 5 years. And this is an exercise period. The period is equal to 5 years. You can exercise the warrant within the period of 5 years. Okay, and the warrant currently sells at 1 ringgit. So market price of warrant is equal to 1 ringgit. So don't get confused. There are market price of shares, which is 5 ringgit here, and market price of the warrant of 1 ringgit. So there are two prices here. One is the price of common shares and one is the price of the warrant. Okay. So once you have put down all the information, calculate the intrinsic value of the warrant. Okay. The intrinsic value of the warrant is also a name for the theoretical value of the warrant. Yesterday I mentioned the theoretical price of the warrant, so that would be the intrinsic value of the warrant too. The same thing. Okay. Now what is intrinsic? Intrinsic means real value. Okay. So yesterday we talked about the theoretical price of the warrant. So I have to erase this because we need the space here. What is the formula for the theoretical price of the warrant or the intrinsic value of the warrant? The intrinsic value is equal to market price of share minus exercise price of the warrant multiplied by exercise ratio. Okay. In this example, the market price of the share is 5 ringgit. 5 ringgit. And the exercise price of the warrant is also 5 ringgit. So 5 minus 5 is equal to 0 multiplied by 1. So it's equal to 0. 5 ringgit for the price of the share. And 5 ringgit for the exercise price of the warrant. So 5 minus 5 is 0 multiplied by 1, so it's equal to 0. So the warrant is worthless, no value, because the exercise price is equal to the market price of the share. Okay, and calculate the intrinsic value. So we have calculated the intrinsic value is 0, no value, and the speculative value of the warrant. Even though in theory the value of the warrant is 0, but the warrant is currently selling at 1 ringgit, right? So the price of the warrant is 1 ringgit. Why do people still want to buy warrants which has no value? If you calculate, in theory, the warrant has no value as of now because of market price and exercise price is similar. However, some people are still willing to pay 1 ringgit for this warrant because of the speculative reasons. Sebab spekulasi. Do keep in mind, this warrant has a very long exercise period, 5 years, right? So those who are willing to buy the warrant at 1 ringgit, even though the warrant is worthless, no value at all as of now, the person who buys the warrant at 1 ringgit is doing a speculation in anticipation that within this 5 years period, the price of the share will go up above 5 ringgit. So if the price of the share goes up above 5 ringgit, then the warrant become valuable or has more value. The higher the price goes up, the higher the share price of the stock goes up, the higher the value of the warrant, right? So let's say, for example, here, if the price goes from 5 to 6, so warrant has become 6 minus 5 is 1, 1 multiplied by 1 is 1. But if the share prices goes to, let's say, for example, 10 ringgit, so 10 minus 5 is 5, multiplied by 1 is 5. So if the share prices of the stock goes up to 10 ringgit, so the warrants has become more valuable. So the intrinsic value of the warrant has become 5 ringgit. 10 minus 5 multiplied by 1. So the question asks you, what is the speculative of the warrant? Speculative value of the warrant. The speculative value of the warrant is 1 ringgit. So that is the speculative value of the warrant, 1 ringgit. So in ringgit, in percent, I do not know how to calculate in percent because it has no value. So in ringgit is 1 ringgit. The speculative of the warrant is 1 ringgit. In percent, I do not know because from 0 to 1 ringgit is, I do not know, 100%, maybe 100%. I do not know. But in ringgit, it's 1 ringgit. Okay. Do you have any question? Okay. If you do not have any question, that's it about number 2. And we go to now. We have discussed question number three in our previous discussion. Distinguish between open end and closed end. So this is related with mutual fund. And this is related with mutual fund. Okay, let's go to question number 4. Question number 4. By the way, those of you whose request to join the Bursa Marketplace game is still pending, I will approve later after we finish this class. I wonder some of you, even yesterday there was newcomers to join this our private group. I mean Facebook private group. So all this while, so we have how many series of lecture now? 6, 7, 8 series of lectures, maybe more. And these newcomers have a lot of catching up to do. So you have to watch the video, and you cannot skip. It is totally unadvisable for you to skip the parts that is not interesting. It's not like watching a movie. You can skip. You can skip the uninteresting parts, but I would recommend my students to watch the recorded video on its entirety, keseluruhan. Don't skip, because if you skip, there's a possibility that you might not be able to understand the whole lecture in its real context. Don't skip. So those who just joined the group yesterday, there was a student who joined the group just yesterday. I have approved the request, so you have a lot of catching up to do. Of course, you can take your own time to watch the video and try to understand what we have been discussing up to this point. Okay. Yeah, sometimes the lecturers fail to see the students' problems. I mean, from students' points of view, you have so many limitations, financial constraints, internet connectivity, and so many. Some of you have to take care of your family. Many of my students I know during this MCO PKP, you work, and I have to juggle the tests when I decide to have a test on certain days and dates and times. Some of the students message me that can we adjust the dates because I'm working. So I know the challenges faced by many of my students. I understand that. As much as possible, I try to accommodate you, but of course it is almost impossible to accommodate each and every one of you. We have 100 over students for my class. I have 3-4 classes, so I try as much as possible to accommodate, but sometimes it is impossible. Okay. Question number 4. Okay, question number 4. You purchased 20,000 units of warrants at 2 ringgit each. Okay, so number of warrants, this is question number 4. Number of warrants is 20,000 units. Units of warrants at 2 ringgit each. So this is the market price of warrant. So whenever you write the information, I recommend my students to write the information so that you have a clear idea what the information is. What are the information? Because here the price there are two prices here, the price of the warrants and the price of the share. These are two different things. So the price of the warrant is 2 ringgit. 2 ringgit. Okay. And when the underlying stock price was 450. So 450 is the price of the share. Underlying or the mother share, we call it mother share. Okay, warrant is warrant. The original share is mother share, or they call it here the underlying stock price was 450. Each warrant entitles you to purchase on so I think there's a typo there. Each warrant entitles you to purchase one share, not not on, one share. So this should be one share. So there's a typo there. ONE should be. So exercise ratio is equal to 1. Please correct the spelling there, not on but 1. 1 share of the company stock at the exercise price of 380. So exercise price is 380. Okay. Compute the intrinsic value of the warrant. Okay. So the intrinsic value of the warrant, intrinsic value using the same formula is the market price of the share. Market price of the share is 450. The market price of the share is 450 minus the exercise price of the warrant is 380, and the exercise ratio of the warrant is 1. So 450 minus 380, 70 cents, right? 4.50 minus 3.8, 70 cents multiplied by 1 is 70 cents. So this is the intrinsic value of the warrant, the intrinsic value or the theoretical value of the warrant, 70 cents. Okay. Next question is the market premium of the warrant. Okay. How do you calculate the premium of the warrant? See, this the premium of the warrant is the difference between the price of the warrant against its intrinsic value. Here in this example, the warrant price is 2 ringgit. The intrinsic value is 70 cents. So there is a premium of 1 ringgit 30 cents. Right? So in ringgit, the premium is 130. How do you get the premium? The market price of the warrant, market price minus intrinsic value. So in this case, the market price of the warrant is 2 ringgit minus the intrinsic value of 70 cents. So you get 130. Yeah, 130 premium. Okay. The market premium of the warrant. Okay, they don't want it in percentage. So this is sufficient for you to answer. Okay, the conversion premium of the warrant. This one I'm not sure what is the formula for conversion premium of the warrant. I'm not sure whether there is a conversion premium, because when we talk about conversion premium, we usually talk about convertible bond boleh tukar. I'm not aware of any conversion premium of the warrant. Let me check in the textbook if there is a formula for conversion premium of the warrant. Please remind me if I forget. I have to refer to the textbook. But as far as I am concerned, usually the conversion premium refers to convertible bond boleh tukar, not warrant. Maybe I am wrong, but please remind me later on to check from other sources such as our textbook. Conversion premium. Okay. So I will keep in view question number 3, number 4, part 3. Okay, we go to number 4, part 4. Okay, number 4, part 4. Several analysts expect the company's stock will reach the target price of 530. So now the company stock is priced at 450, so it will go to 530. So several analysts expect the company's stock will reach the target price of 530 within a year, and the market premium of the warrant will then drop to 25%. Determine the new price of the warrant. Okay. Now this is a bit tricky. So first of all, you need to know the stock will reach the target price of 530. Okay, first of all, you need to calculate the intrinsic value of the warrant at the stock price of 530. That is the first step. Okay, so let me tell you how to calculate, how to solve this problem. Oops. Now we have we have a new level of share price, so naturally the intrinsic value of the warrant or the theoretical value of the warrant has changed. Okay, how do we calculate the intrinsic value of the warrant? Intrinsic value is equal to market price of the share now has increased to 530. So 530 minus the exercise remains similar, remains the same, which is 380, and the exercise ratio is also remains similar, which is 1. So 530 minus 380, 5.30 minus 3.80 is equal to 150. So the intrinsic value of the warrant is now 150. Okay. The question asks you, but the market premium of the warrant will drop to 25%. As I mentioned just now, the premium is the market price of the warrant above its intrinsic value. So in this case, the premium is equal to the market price of the warrant, which we do not know. Yeah, we do not know, and we have to solve it. Market price of the warrant is, we put it as PM or X, that is unknown, market price of the warrant, minus the intrinsic value of the warrant, which is 150. Okay. To get your answer in percentage, so market price of the warrant minus the intrinsic value of the warrant divided by the intrinsic value of the warrant of 150 is equal to 25% or 0.25. It's 25%. Okay. Then you solve for PM. So PM, this PM is the market price of the warrant, not the market price of the share. Or let me write it down so that you don't get confused. Let me write it down. Market price of warrant. Otherwise, you might get confused with market price of share. Market price of warrant. Okay. Minus 150, which is the intrinsic value of the warrant, divided by market price of the warrant. Okay. Market price of the warrant. Oh, no, minus 150. Minus 150. Minus intrinsic value of the warrant. So, you get is equal to 0.25. So, okay. Sorry because we do not have the space here. If I put it in this way, maybe better kot. Tak apalah. Yeah. So, now you solve for market price of the warrant. So, market price of the warrant or PM is equal to 0.25 multiplied by 150, because here divided, so we convert to, we move to the right side. Maybe you will get confused because of this formula, because of the space. Let me write down like this. Can you see? Screen jadi blur Alah, jadi blur pula. Let me change to mobile data. Okay, I hope our live does not get interrupted because I have changed to mobile data. Dah lama mana skrin ni jadi blur? You tak bagi tahu, you tak buat miss call kat saya tak tahu, tak realise. Screen okay dah ke? Can you watch the screen clearly? Saya nak makluman daripada pelajar, sebab takut nanti saya cakap penat-penat, letih-letih, you tak nampak pula. So I have to switch the whiteboard horizontally so that we have enough space. Okay, clear blur sikit. Okay dah. Okay, so now I'm using a mobile data and our live it's not interrupted, right? So this is a continuous live. It's not a new live because if I want to save the video later on, hopefully this is a one continuous live, not interrupted. Okay, not a new live. Okay, now let us go back to our discussion. Question 4, part 4. Okay, I have to repeat this again. Does the whiteboard fit into the screen? Okay, whiteboard fit into the screen. Okay, good. Let's go back to question 4, number 4. Several analysts expect that the company's stock will reach the target price of 530 within a year, and the market premium of the warrant will then drop to 25%. Determine the new price of the warrant. Okay, as I mentioned, this is a repeat of what I have said just now. First of all, you need to calculate the new intrinsic value of the warrant, because now there is a change in the price of the share, so the intrinsic value of the warrant will also change. So to calculate the intrinsic value of the warrant, is equal to calculate the intrinsic value of the warrant is equal to the market price of the share, minus exercise price of the warrant multiplied by exercise ratio. Okay, so this is the formula for the intrinsic value of the warrant. So now the market price of the share has gone up to 530. So 530 minus exercise price of 380 multiplied by the exercise ratio of 1. So 530 minus 380 multiplied by 1, you get 150. So the intrinsic value of the warrant is 150. Okay, so that is and then next you have to know what is the formula for warrant premium. So let me write down the formula for warrant premium. Now we have more space here. So to calculate the warrant premium, the formula is warrant premium is equal to market price of the warrant minus the intrinsic value of the warrant divided by the intrinsic value. Okay, to get your answer in percentage, you have to multiply by 100. So this is the formula for the premium of the warrant. I hope okay, good. The whiteboard, if I put it horizontally, it still fits into the screen. Okay, now the question says that the premium of the warrant dropped to 25%. So the premium is 25% and the intrinsic value is 150. So now all you need to do is to solve for the market price of the warrant. So that will answer the question. Okay, so now since we are running out of space, so let's say market price of the warrant. Okay, I need to skip several steps. Hopefully you can understand it because we don't have enough space here. Okay, now here the warrant premium is 25%, right? Or 0.25 here. Okay, and macam mana saya nak tulis because we don't have space. Macam ni. Let me write down the answer first and then I will explain to you because of we are lacking in space. Okay, so the market price of the warrant is the the premium multiplied by the intrinsic value, because once you transfer this value to the right, you have to multiply because this is divided, so multiply. So 0.25 multiplied by intrinsic value of the warrant, which is 150. Okay, so 0.25 multiplied by 1.50, you get 0.375. 0.375. Okay, how do I get 0.375? 25%, I write it as 0.25, 25% premium multiplied by the intrinsic value of the warrant, which is 150. So 0.25 multiplied by 150, you get 0.375. 0.25 multiplied by 1.5, you get 0.375 plus, okay, so this is the negative sign. You transfer to the right side, it will become positive, plus intrinsic value of 150. Okay, so this is the market price of the warrant. 0.375 plus 1.50 is you get 1.875, or in 2 decimal points you get 1.88 ringgit. Okay, 1.8. So this is the new market price of the warrant. 1.88. If you do not believe, you put here 1.88 multiply minus 1.5 divided by 1.5, you get 25%, right? 1.88 market price of the warrant minus 1.50, the intrinsic value, divided by 1.50, you get 25%. So this is the new price of the warrant. Okay. Do you have any question up to this point? Do you have any question? So that's how you answer this question. Question number 4, part 4. Okay. No question, Sumaya. Okay. If you do not have any question, we move to another question, number 6. Question number 6. So we have how many more questions on warrant? 6, 7, 9, 13. 6, 7, 9, 13. So we have about 10 more minutes to go. Okay, if you do not have enough time for today's session, never mind, we will continue. Okay, tomorrow is Thursday. Usually on Thursday we do not have class, but we missed one class on what day was it? On Tuesday, because I had a meeting, right? On Monday, if I'm not mistaken. So I need to replace that session of 1 hour session on Thursday. So tomorrow there will be one 1 hour session to replace the class that we missed on on Monday ke Tuesday? On Monday, sir. Okay. So I will let you know the time of our class tomorrow. Okay. So it looks like we have question number 6, 7, and then question number 6, 7, 9, and 13. 4 more questions. We have about 10 more minutes to go, so there won't be enough time. Never mind. We try one more question. Question number 6, yeah. Question number 6. Okay, Monday. No, Syahira alias. Yeah, we missed the class on Monday. Okay. Okay, let's go to question number 6. Ladybird Corporation has 500 million ordinary shares outstanding. The company has taken advantage of bullish market. Bullish market is the situation where the stock prices are rising. Bullish. The opposite of bullish is bearish. Bearish is in which the situation in which where the stock prices are going down. Bearish. I have mentioned this before. Okay, the company has taken advantage of bullish market by issuing 100 million of 20-year warrant at 4 ringgit each. So, each warrant enables its owner to purchase 2 new shares of the company at 650. So now, you write down the 3 features of the warrant here. Question 6. Okay. So exercise price or strike price, exercise price or strike price is 650. 650. Okay. Exercise ratio. Exercise ratio is equal to 2. Exercise ratio is 2, and the exercise period is 20 years. Yeah? Exercise period is 20 years. So this warrant has a very long life. Okay. Find the intrinsic value of the warrant. So this is easy. And currently the company stock is trading at 8 ringgit. So the intrinsic value or the theoretical value is equal to the market price of the share, which is 8 ringgit, minus the exercise price of the warrant, or at 650, and multiply by the exercise ratio of 2. Yeah? So 8 minus 650 multiplied by 2. 8 minus 650 multiplied by 2 is 3 ringgit. Yeah. 3 ringgit. So this is the intrinsic value of the warrant of 3 ringgit. Find the warrant premium. Okay, premium is the difference between the price of the warrant minus intrinsic value. The price of the warrant minus intrinsic value of the warrant. So the price of the warrant is 4 ringgit. The price of the warrant is 4 ringgit. It's stated in the question there. 4 ringgit minus the intrinsic value of the warrant is 3 ringgit. So the warrant premium is 1 ringgit. That's it. Yeah. Warrant premium of 1 ringgit. So that is easy. Question number 6. Okay, question number 7. Question number 7. This is a theoretical question. Let us try question number 7. Let us attempt question number 7. So there's no calculation involved here. Or maybe 7, 9, 13. So if I keep this question for tomorrow, we have 7, question 9, and question 13. I think I stop here, unless you have questions. And then tomorrow we will discuss question number 7, question number 9, and question number 13, which takes probably less than half an hour. After that, we go to technical analysis. Yeah. Okay, do you have any question up to this point? Do you have any question? Ada apa-apa soalan? No? Okay, Aini Hafawati. No question. Okay, if you do not have any question, we will stop here. And tomorrow, we will discuss 3 more questions on warrant. And the time, if the time permits, we will go to technical analysis. Technical analysis. Okay. Okay, I'll see you again insyaAllah tomorrow. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Starting tonight, kena jadi imam tarawih lah, because all the mosques in Kelantan are closed due to COVID, except for certain mosques, state mosques saja. Jadi malam ni kena jadi imam tarawih. Okay. Assalamualaikum warahmatullahi ta'ala wabarakatuh. Terima kasih kat rumah.